amazing. I wish I could move like that. We're going to be welcoming to the stage our next speaker. So if we could give a round of applause for Karen Johnson as she approaches.
Well, hello everybody. Basically, can I say a big thank you to Sandra Nelson? Where is she? Thank you so much for having me on the stage today. I am possible, you are possible, we are all possible, everybody's possible. That's where I'm going to start with. I can actually feel the energy in this room. From when I've come in this morning, I was even pretty empty. But the vibrant feeling of strong women and power and strength is massive. And the energy of everybody is just amazing. It really is. Anyway, I'm going to talk to you today about my book. Well, Out of the Corner is my autobiography. I'm just going to tell you a bit about why I wrote this book and what I'm all about. Right, my life has been a roller coaster ride. A lot of turns, a lot of bends, ups, downs, rounds, fallen off a few times, but get back on. That's what life's all about. But basically, I'll start off. I was 13 years of age when I started modelling. Very naive, very young, and I didn't have a clue what it was. I wanted to be a model, but didn't have a clue what it was all about. So I took my mum along. She was my escort. She went everywhere with me, thank goodness, because a lot of people I met, good and bad, along the way in this modelling industry, really opened my eyes. Pretty scary, actually, getting asked to do things that, you know, I would never ever do. And looking old for my age. You know, people thought I was older when basically I was only 13, 14, 15. But I had an escort with me, my mum, like I said, and thank goodness. So I recommend anybody who wants to go into modelling, or their daughters that want to go into modelling, please always take someone with you for security and vet out the model agencies first. That's just a little tip from me. The biggest thing I came across was jealousy. We've all been there, haven't we, ladies? Jealousy, haters. Why? Why can't we all just get on in this world? Why can't women love women? Why can't we all be happy for successful women? But everyone in this room is. And I just wish everybody else was, because so many women have tried to destroy me financially, mentally and physically over the past. But I'll never win. Haters hate to see you smile. We smile wider and brighter and say, watch me, because I'm going to smile more. But that's all to do with jealousy. Can I just go on to this book, another jealousy thing? Unfortunately, Out of the Corner is not for sale anymore. Basically, I can say this now because I've got nothing with this lady, another jealous person who, with her own self-greed, has did take everything off me with my book for her own self, and stopped me supporting women. That was the main thing. I never did my book for money. I did it for raising awareness for victims, for women of domestic abuse. And all the money raised, I wanted to go to charity, so she even stopped that. That was the most painful thing to me. But you know what? I am looking for a new publisher. I'm looking to relaunch Out of the Corner, and it will be relaunched at the end of this year, because I'll make sure of it. Yet again, we will be beaten. Okay, so I'm going to start, that's my modelling bit side of things. I grew strength. I always wanted to become an air stewardess. That was my aim. So I've done a lot of public release jobs, so I could get the work I wanted to do. So I joined Gulf Airlines. I went to live in Bahrain. Experience, believe me. Anyway, culture shock and everything, but I did it, and I met the most amazing people. I met a lot of my friends were sort of meeting rich men, and if they want to do that, well, I'm happy for them. But I stayed in my room and I revised because I wanted to pass these exams, and I passed them, and I got my wings, and I flew for Gulf Air. There's part of my book in there that tells you all about the lifestyle I had there, which was pretty amazing, really. Another roller coaster ride, trust me. This leads to, I'm not going to bore you too much, this leads up to where I met the ex-husband. I met the ex-husband in Mombasa, in Kenya, in the Bora Bora nightclub, where I was with the captain, the first officer and the crew, because we were there for a week. So we had 7 days there on leave, and there was a power cut, and we all got issued with a candle. So I was desperate to go to the toilet, and I said to my the lady, and I said, I need to go to the toilet, can you come with me? So as I go to the toilet, this arm pulls me from the crowd. And I look back, and there stood a 6 foot, 16 stone wide, gorgeous looking fella from Scotland. Whoa! All right, him. I was like that. Oh, that's a shock. And he said, would you like me to escort you to the toilet? I said, oh yes, please. So anyway, that was the start. I thought a good start. Everything that I wanted, everything that I dreamt of. I was 25 years of age. I was at the right age. I was quite happy to settle down. Anyway, cut a long story short, I was with this man for 7 lonely, dark years. This man, from my dream, became a horror story. So everything that I'd done all my life that I was successful with, he took away from me bit by bit, day by day, second by second. It took a sort of long time, gradual, the shout started, the argument started, the bickering, the pull me down, the jealousy, you can't go anywhere, you can't see that person, you can't wear that thing. But when you tend to love someone, they sort of push you under the carpet, don't you? But anyway, I left Liverpool and I went to live with him in Scotland. That's where things started to get worse. I was isolated. I was away from my family. And that's when the hit started. And the abuse, mental and physical, came in. To the point that I lost twins to this man through a kick in the stomach. I can never forgive him. I never will. But it's made me who I am today. And it's made me very strong. It's not the physical abuse you can get over. Mental stays, and it stays with you for a very long time. But it's down to the individual, your self-belief, your self-determination, your motivation, your self-worth and respect, how you get out of that relationship. You've got to have strength. So basically, after that, you always give a second chance. Why? Everyone asks me that question, why do you give a second chance? Because you do. And I did. He always threatened that he'd break my back. I have got hidden disability today, not that you can see it because it's hidden, where that made my decision to go, because I knew that one day he'd kill me. Where he kicked me in the bottom lower spine, I fractured my spine and my pelvic. So basically, he didn't achieve me breaking my back, but he made serious damage, and to this day I'm still affected by it, and I will be forever. But he will not win. I stand up now, and I represent and I support every victim and survivor of domestic abuse. I give them my strength, every power I've got to break their silence and get out of that lonely, heartbreaking relationship, because you can do it. You can. I didn't have any support. That's why I make sure today that I do what I do. My courses that I deliver for victims and survivors, I give them confidence, everything that they need to lead a fear-free lifestyle that they deserve. And I won't stop until I see that happening. So that's just a little part of my life. I love my life. I'm here today because of what happened. I'm standing in front of you. I wrote my book because of what's happened, because I am meant to help women. I'm meant to be standing up speaking about it. And I'm so happy that amongst all you ladies, so strong, inspirational. And I thank you, and let's keep on supporting. And let's make everybody possible.